Alright, so now let's take a look at Screenflow for Macs. And we're going to have two different windows. The first window is going to be the edit window, which you can see right here. And I'll kind of get to what all this down here means here in just a second. So whenever you first load up Screenflow, this is what you will get. This little gray window right here, and it's going to ask you to record your desktop from, and usually that'd be grayed out. But I have two different monitors, so I have this actually on my external monitor because I use my main monitor to kind of stage everything to move over to the actual recording. So that's why I record from that secondary desktop. And then you also see you have record video from, built-in iSight. That's the one on my iMac. Record my audio from Blue Snowball, which is my microphone, and then record the computer audio. One thing that you'll notice that's different between this Screenflow and Camtasia is Camtasia has a box that you have to draw, and you have to stay inside that box for your screen recording. Screenflow doesn't do that. What it does is it actually records your entire screen and then lets you crop it down later. It actually takes about the same amount of time as drawing the box up front, but it's a lot more flexible. Similar to Camtasia, it's just kind of reversed. We have our view pane here, our timeline down here on the bottom, and then over here is our media and effects panel. And to add new media, you can go here. It accepts the same kind of stuff that Camtasia does, so you can import audio and pictures and graphics and video. Basically, whatever you can play on your Mac is what you can import into Screenflow. Import it in, and then once you have it in, it's just as simple as clicking and dragging and dropping there. And you can also, similar to Camtasia, you can also add a new recording. And down here on the bottom, you'll notice that Screenflow does a good job of labeling what each function is. So for example, this is the video, and then this is the audio. It tells you exactly what it is, and then screen recording also has the date. So if you made multiple, it's easy to keep them separate. And editing is as simple as, just like Camtasia, I usually use a keyboard shortcut. And to cut, T is the cut in Screenflow. So you can do that there and then select it and delete it. So that's a simple cutting on Screenflow. You can also see that Screenflow has the same kind of options here. So if I were to play this, flub up here at the beginning. So I'm going to hit produce and share. You can see that little red arrow fly in, and then down here on the bottom, I'll play this a little bit further so you can see. And you have a couple of different options. We'll talk about a lot of these later. But you can see there I flew out the red arrow and I called this up. They call it a call out. And Camtasia does the same thing where it focuses your attention. So it blurs and darkens the background, and then it brings the focus, whatever you want the focus to be, up to the forefront. That is a call out feature. It's nice for like screen recording, like here I'm showing Camtasia. The export settings makes it easier to see on the screen. As far as Screenflow goes, you have video properties, so you can actually change the scale of the video. You can zoom it in or out. You can crop it. You can add a cool little reflection, shadow, color correct. So you have color controls down here on the bottom. Increase your saturation if you want to make something black and white. You can do that here as well. And you also have video filters. So you can add, a fancy little video filter like a blur or, a distortion, maybe a color adjustment, color effect, all that kind of stuff. Again, that's a little bit more advanced. This is kind of where, it crosses a line between a high scale video editing tool and creating simple quick videos for what we're doing here. So again, I'm going to recommend that you shy away from most of that kind of stuff. And then here you also have your audio settings, so you'll notice that a lot of this looks a lot like Camtasia. Your volume here, you can also see you can do ducking here. And what that does is it makes transition sounds easy. So if you have a voiceover and what we call a bed, a music bed underneath it, if you turn on ducking, then it'll automatically adjust that music bed based on the voice. You can also smooth your volume levels, so you can kind of normalize it, bring the quiet parts higher and bring the loud parts lower. And you can also mix your input to mono. You don't really need to do that. You can also add effects to your voice. You can add a presence. Again, you're kind of getting into the fancy area, and you kind of want to shy away from most of that. You also have screen recording properties. what I usually do is I change my pointer to one of these circles or maybe a square. And what that does, you can see it makes the cursor easier to see on the screen. And then you can also have it invert. So whenever you click, it inverts it. So all it's really doing is showing visually where you're clicking the mouse.
If you liked this video, please click the like button below. If you'd like to know when we add more videos, please subscribe. And if you know anyone who needs a mobile app or a mobile website, please have them get in touch with us. We are Mobile Apps Colorado. We build mobile apps, mobile sites, websites, and marketing campaigns for all kinds of businesses all over the world. We look forward to being of service for you.